What?
Subscribe.
Subscribe. We'll highlight all that. Don't you worry.
I'm just
But of
saying,
course,
you gotta remind people.
Subscribe right now.
Subscribe.
subscribe. Of course.
Philadelphia, baby, you're gonna love it. Best sports fans in the world. Actually, the worst, but that's what makes them the best.
Well, usually I'm the one who is wearing the tank tops on the show.
Roll reversal.
You're out here looking like the most Neapolitan guy on the planet. Literally, I'm seeing chocolate, vanilla, and a little bit of strawberry down there. I will say, like you see it here. Actually, the watch tan is really bad.
Oh, mine's horrid.
But also, like, same here. The delineation between black and white.
my tan line is the Ben 10 Omnitrix.
You and I have the exact same look right now, and I'm kind of horrified by it.
I showcased my bracelets tan to my mother when I got to Citizens Bank Park on Sunday, because this is all the doing of PLL Baltimore and being in 90 bazillion degree heat on turf.
Oh yeah.
I show her the bracelet tan and she goes, that's just sad. That's just sad. I was like, that might be the meanest thing you've ever said to me. Nice to see you, Ma. But no, before we get into everything, I will say this on the main pod when we record tonight too. Happy 42nd anniversary to my parents. They're the reason this company is able to do what we do. They're the absolute best. Shout out to Mom and Dad. I love you.
Big love.
But yeah, I'm little role reversal. I'm in the tank top. I just got back from the Apple Store. Shout out to the Apple Store in Sagemore. No free shout outs. They are the best. Just assessing some new technological advancements for the studio. Stevie, we might be having a double monitor situation pretty soon.
Hell yeah, brother.
Tremendous. But of course, right across the street, no free ads, but I swear they're a dream advertiser. Shake Shack is right across the street. And Steve, if you know me, I have 3 food items that are must try if I see them on your menu. It's crab cakes. Shout out to Jimmy's Seafood. Cheesesteak. Gotta try it. Gotta see how you're working. Nobody really stacks up to Angelo's or Jim's. Those are the 1-1A.
Not even close.
Although when I get you to Citizens Bank Park, there is a cheesesteak in there. It's not quite Angelo's, but it's like it's there.
Is this the one out in left field? I feel like I've had this before.
No, not Tony Luke's.
What's the one in left field that we had?
That's Tony Luke's in left field.
All right, yeah. Okay.
Charlie's Cheesesteaks that got put into the stadium last year. That place will blow your socks off for stadium food. But my number 3 is fried pickles, Steve. I love me a fried pickle. And Steve, I don't know if you know, Shake Shack now does fried pickles.
No fucking way.
And so I stopped by Shake Shack. I was talking to you earlier, and I remembered I had to get the fried pickles. So this is the first time I've ever had these.
Baby, fucking, oh my God.
Look at this.
Hot.
Look at that golden crispiness.
There we go. That's insane.
Shake Shack fried pickle live review on camera.
Did you see Portnoy got like thrown out of some dude's like pizza review?
Yeah, that was in like 2020. Or no, that was even before 2020. I don't know why it's making the rounds again.
It's like resurfacing. I'm like, I hope to God if we ever end up doing food reviews, that like some moron doesn't do it to us.
He went back and redid the place in 2020 and gave it like a 7.7.
Lame. Fuck him. 0-0 still.
These are tremendous. Now, right now in the lead, it's always been Buffalo Wild Wings. They do a phenomenal fried pickle.
Okay.
The batter on these rivals Buffalo Wild Wings. They're bigger. Like, overall, each fried pickle from Shake Shack is bigger. I don't know what the batter is, Steve. We might have a new leader in the clubhouse for KB's fried pickle rankings.
If I had to assume what it would be, and I've recently discovered this, so most places, oh God, I already have forgotten what exactly it is called. What do restaurants cook. So they cook it in a. No, I don't want to know. I already know it comes in a deep fryer. Stupid. There's I know like Buffalo Wild Wings does it. There's like a certain compound that they put on the chicken when they fry it that also helps it like maintain its form for like a few weeks so they can have it over time. They probably do it in that. I also found out that Chick-fil-A and most places do this for their breading. They marinate their chicken in pickle juice and milk. And that's how it and butter. That's how it gets all that flavor. A lot of places use that same combination for their breading, and they'll just like fry it through that as the base.
Like Steve, these pickles are large. Like
those are big. Those are like, are those bigger
hefty.
or like smaller than like McDonald's chicken nugget size?
Probably a little wider, but like lengthwise, they're probably about the same.
Gotcha.
These are fantastic. We might have a new leader in the clubhouse for my fried pickle rankings. Which is saying something. Buffalo Wild Wings has maintained that position for years. And for the people, I only rate your fried pickles if they're in the chips. I don't do the spears.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah. How could you not?
I've been stunned by some places when it just says fried pickles and then I come out and I've got long stalks of fried pickle, which I don't hate, but the ranking system is on the chips.
So here's the problem, and I have a big issue with onion rings and to some places mozzarella sticks and then fried pickles and spears.
Okay.
I find that they don't hold properly. And if you take one wrong bite, you're getting a whole bite of pickle with only a little bit of breading. And then all of a sudden you're left with a handful of boiling hot fucking grease-soaked batter. And it happens more often with the onion rings. You get that? But like every now and then you have a really bad mozzarella stick or you got a bad fried pickle. It happens.
Now, mind you, I got this to go. So I would also love to score these on a eat in the restaurant, like not sitting in my car for the 45-minute drive home. And even in a 45-minute drive home, they held up very well. Steve, it might sound crazy. These are like a 9.4 fried pickle. They are
really
tasty. I could probably kill 3 boxes of those.
That's impressive.
Like, that's how good they are. Like, flavorful. They've got the brininess of the pickle that meshes well with whatever they're using for the batter. The batter's seasoned really well. They're not, like, oily. Like, it's not, like, sticking all over my finger. Like, my fingers don't feel greasy, which is impressive for a fried food.
Yeah.
These are divine. 10 out of 10 recommend. I'm giving it a 9.4 simply because I got them takeout. I would love to sit down and try them because I feel like these could be a 10 out of 10.
One thing we need to actually do, and I'm really annoyed for multiple reasons, and I know my friends don't listen to the show, so I could talk shit. I'm going to a wedding on July 19th. My friends Caitlin and Kyle. Congratulations to them. I'm getting married. Also happens to be the day of David Wright's retirement ceremony. So I've already made my issue and my problems with that. The only good thing that I currently have going for me, the rehearsal dinner isn't on Friday; it's on Thursday. So Friday I get a free day. I was just looking around because we're doing pickle reviews. Friday, July 18th for PLL Fairfield.
Mm-hmm.
I should come up early in the afternoon, halt like 12 o'clock because games don't start. The first game is until 6:30.
Mm-hmm.
And we should go to New Haven and do all 4 pizza spots.
So my PLL journeys, I have 2 places that are on the schedule every year that I make it a point to go and do food. This past weekend in Baltimore, I always go to Jimmy's Seafood. They treat me so well every single time I'm there. And then for Fairfield, I make the 25-minute drive over to New Haven, and Sally's is the spot. Sally's is the place.
So it's funny. We're gonna mention and talk about Sally's in a bit on this show, believe it or not. And we'll get to that. Honestly, I wish we didn't have bigger news to discuss today, or else I would have just led with the Sally's chatter. Spoiler alert for those of you who want to find out. In about 40 minutes or so, Michael Kim gave his rating of Sally's Pizza.
Oh, interesting.
For the people following his week at the Travelers Championship. Not going to tell you what he gave it.
Is that your favorite in New Haven?
I flip-flop, right? I've been a Frank Pepe's guy, born and bred. My first ever New Haven style pizza was Frank Pepe's, and I had it a couple of years before I went to college. When I used to go camping out in Eastern Connecticut, went to Mohegan Sun all the time, had Pepe's there. That was my first exposure. Now, I consider myself a subject matter expert on this because of the fact that I went to a college 20 minutes away from New Haven, and I indulged in every sort of kind of pizza that you could think of in the New Haven DMA relative area, from Hamden to Hartford to New Haven and beyond. Sally's and Pepe's are 1A and 1B for me. Modern is okay. It's a little bit too burnt, and the cheese is a little too overpowering. Bar, it's a bar called Bar. The pizza is good. It's like an 8.7. I'll give it, but it's better when it's 2 a.m. and you're drunk and you're getting ready to leave the bar. And on top of that, when it's the resort that you go to, first of all, their potato and bacon slice is amazing, but the cheese slice is great. They're fat, they're floppy, they're thin. But it was not my first choice when I'm drunk at Bar. I would only ever get the pizza if right across the street, Louis' Lunch was closed for the evening. The creator of the original hamburger, they had 2 of those for $4, and I would munch on those in the Uber home. They'd be so juicy. And you get back to your home, your apartment, your dorm, and like you're wearing a polo shirt, you just see grease all over yourself because you squeeze it and you just like, oh my god, I like that thing was phenomenal.
So while we're on the subject of pizza,
okay,
if you're going like trying a pizza first time at the place, what are you doing? Plain cheese or what's the go-to style pizza for Stephen McAvoy?
Here's the problem, right? Like I love Sicilian because I love I love the doughy thickness. But you have to go regular cheese slice, no whatever regular is. There isn't really even a name for it. Can't go Sicilian, can't go grandma, can't go any specialty. I mean, like if they're known for a specialty slice, you have that in addition. But if you're gonna rate it, you have to have a constant in these things, which I give credit to Portnoy. He does a good job at it. You stick to what you know. Do the cheese. If you go to Pepe's, you got to try the clam slice. If you go to Bar, you got to try the potato slice. If you come over here to Umberto's, here on Long Island, you got to try the grandma slice. If you go to Vinny's in Huntington, or you go to Vinny's in Ronkonkoma, you got to get the cold cheese slice. Absolute bonkos. It's literally a regular piece of pizza with the cold mozzarella cheese sprinkled. Yes, no. Believe me, my friend. It is so good. That was the shit that I grew up on. Shout out to the boys at Ronkonkoma.
I do. Anywhere I go, I got to try a pepperoni slice. That's my pizza of choice.
Yeah. Again, some places do it better than others. You don't want to be biased. The one thing that everyone should do, it's like making a salad, right? You own a pizzeria.
That's the topping.
Yeah, like if it's like making a salad. If you got to do one thing right, everyone's making a cheese pizza the same way. It's only a matter of, is it brick oven? Is it regular oven? Are you making it a little bit toastier than others? And I always get it well done every time. And brownie points because I like it nice and crispy. If I ask you well done and you give it to me and it still looks like shit and the undercarriage doesn't have an ounce of crust on it, not good, man. Not good. It's a bad spot. However, I'll say this before we progress on here. Top 5 slices I've ever had in order, and I can definitively give you them. La Industrie Pizza in Brooklyn, absolutely incredible. John's of Bleecker, number 2 on Bleecker Street. You can only buy full pies, so be aware of that. 3 is Pepe's, 4 is Sally's, 5 underrated in my opinion. Mama Two's on the Upper West Side, absolutely fire. There's a ton of other really great spots. Actually, there are 4 Manhattan eateries that are rated top 100 in the world according to an Italian pizza guide. But I will go with those 5 as my 5 favorite slices I've ever had. All classic cheese. You would like pepperoni at Prince Street. They do like a hot honey pepperoni.
I've just started getting into the hot honey. I haven't really done it on pizza yet. I've done it with I've done it with my chicken strip sandwiches at Wawa. And it is divine. Barbecue sauce, hot honey on the chicken strip hoagie.
And the hoagie. Man,
tremendous.
Where's Ethan when you need him? We got to bring him back from the grave.
Where's the hoagie? And it's Hoagie Fest now.
Damn it! All right. Well, hey, you know what? Leave. enough talk on food. We're gonna get back into the Sally's chat in just a little bit, but let's take a short break. On the other side, we'll welcome in the original start of the show right here. Get in the hole. Don't go anywhere.
What's up, everybody? It's KB. Before we get into the episode, just wanted to remind everybody that the Get in the Hole podcast is presented by our good friends at Rita's Italian Ice and Custard in Sewell, New Jersey. You can check them out all season long at 288 Egg Harbor Road in Sewell. Fancy their entire menu of delicious treats from the Italian Ice, my personal favorite, the gelatis, which is the Italian Ice with the custard on top and in the bottom, packaged together with that delicious Italian Ice. They've got the concrete, the blendinis, and so much more. Visit ritazice.com to peruse their entire menu of delicious treats and see the nutritional facts about everything as well. Again, that's 288 Egg Harbor Road in Sewell, New Jersey. Our good friends at Rita's Ice, Custard, Happiness. And without any further ado, let's get into this episode of the Get in the Hole podcast.
Subscribe to Get in the Hole Pod.
Party people in the place to be. How we doing? Welcome in. Get in the Hole here. KB, Steve-O on a wonderful Wednesday afternoon. Recording a little bit late. Had a massive heat wave out here on the east end of Long Island. Led to a 2-day power outage. And I hung out with the in-laws for 2 days. It was quite a time. But finally, we have operating AC. We have operating lights. It's still hot as balls in this apartment. But we are making it through. And thank you for sticking with us here on Get in the Hole, streaming live from the Underground Sports Podcast Network, in the Underground on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, wherever you get your favorite podcasts, and wherever you can see your favorite bearded men, KB and Steve-O, bringing you all the news, betting tips, updates from across the golf landscape. And boy, we have a lot to get to. We're jumping all the way from the PGA Tour to the LPGA Tour to Pizza Talk. And of course, we have one of the best birthday shout-outs in this show's arguably history, I would say, happening this week. But before we get into all that, we could not do what we do this week, or any week for that matter, without our awesome partners, one of which, and we mention them every single week, KB's wearing the hat. I got mine in the background. Our boys over at 47, keeping it absolutely fresh, clean, going. I have a member guest tournament in a couple of weeks. Me and my boy Grant just ordered our Milkwood hats. We're really getting in on the 47 grind. Use the code in our description. We got some good money, some good discounts. We're feeling pretty good going into the member guest tournament over at Southward Ho. We'll see how things line up. Hopefully, if we win, we get our photo. We get the 47 hats. Nice, good branding. I'm trying to find a way to get a embroidered Get in the Hole on a polo shirt for when I get out there. We'll see how things go. But 47 brand keeping you feeling real cool, especially in this hot weather. 95 degrees up here in the Northeast, even hotter down south and out west. And you can get in on all the action. 47 brand for your next golf outing, sporting event, whatever you want, from their vacation, rangefinder, mulligan, and Milkwood styles for your favorite MLB teams, and the exclusive home for all of your TGL headwear. Use the link in our description and shop everything related to the game we love and get free shipping on all orders with our partners at 47 brand. Again, Free shipping on all orders when you use the link in our description, and get ready to hit the course, the range, or the clubhouse with 47 brand.
Yeah, I found this number at Dick's Sporting Goods. So you can find 47 at Dick's. It's a beauty.
Actually, I wanted to go to the 47 store. I was in Boston this weekend and unfortunately couldn't make it. They were closed due to the heat wave. Literally, like places were like running out of generator power. I'm amazed that the cities of Boston and New York can't keep the lights on just because of a little bit of a heat wave. I get it. It was 100 degrees, but like, mother of God, absolute insanity.
It gets hot. I was stunned how many people were at the old day job on Tuesday just returning their Amazon packages. Steve, I said, if I didn't have to be out of my house in this heat, I would not be out of my house in this heat.
I told my manager this week, I'm working from home Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It's going to be over 90 degrees. He's in LA. He's like, good luck. Have fun. I'm like, yeah, I'm not leaving the house. Get the hell out of here. I ordered Uber Eats today. I am not getting out of this house the entirety of the day. I don't care what anybody is going to try and tell me. I might go out at like 7:30 to go food shopping, but at that point, I'll be like 84 degrees. Right. That's fine. But like if it's anything over 95, as the great Ham Porter says, I'm roasting like a toasted cheeser out here, man. It's too damn hot.
Yeah. It's supposed to, I assume it's going to do it in New York too, but it's supposed to storm here Thursday, Friday, and cool down quite a bit.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be like 72 on Friday. I'm gonna try and actually go out and play golf. Honestly, like I'll play in the rain at this point. I'm itching to play. I want to play, but it's just too damn hot the last couple of days to do it. But speaking of really being hot, and actually, for that matter,
Steve,
getting
can I also bring up, since it is so hot, can I bring up our awesome partners at Rita's?
Oh, please, yes. Because
we
need some.
The presenting partner of this here program throughout the month of June, Rita's in Sewell, New Jersey, 288 Egg Harbor Road. If there's one place that you should be leaving your house for in this heat, it's to go head over to Rita's in Sewell, New Jersey. Our friends over there at Rita's, they've got the most delicious, sweet, cool treats to keep you cooled down in this disgusting summer heat, from their Italian ice to the gelati, which is my personal favorite. You get a little custard on the bottom, a little custard on the top. Sandwiched in between is that delicious Italian ice. They got the concretes, the blendinis. And ladies and gentlemen, I can't tell you enough. I can't recommend it enough. That cantaloupe flavor is to die for. The chocolate-covered strawberry cream ice, to die for. And my go-tos, the mango, the Swedish fish, you name it, they've got it.
Kool-Aid.
The Sharkleberry Fin, Steve, I gotta try it. The fact that is a legit Kool-Aid flavor too is just hilarious to me, because that must have been the high class Kool-Aid flavor, because I ain't never heard no Sharkleberry Fin at my grandma's house, which was the only place I could get Kool-Aid. But I gotta try it in the Italian ice at Rita's. Go to 288 Egg Harbor Road in Sewell, New Jersey, or go to ritazice.com. Check out their entire menu, everything they have to offer, and also see their nutritional facts available for you for all of their delicious treats. And we thank Rita's in Sewell for being a proud partner of the pod.
Hell yeah, no, definitely get out there and get some cool refreshers while you're at it. Try and stay toasty and stay cool in this hot weather. Speaking of staying hot, or really, I don't even know if you can call it hot, because you kind of just like, he stole the wind out from this guy. He made Tommy Fleetwood sweat all afternoon. Keegan Bradley leads the show off, a big W at the Traveler Championship, a home game for Keegan. We say it like every week, how there are storylines that you want to look out for. And I said going into the week that Keegan Bradley, home event, went to St. John's in New York, born in Vermont, Boston Red Sox fan, big win for Boston Common Golf this week, and basically the only home game of the year, because in reality, we don't quantify Pennsylvania as like the true it's the Northeast, but like it's south of Maryland is the South, right? Like the Mason-Dixon line is technically Maryland and Pennsylvania.
Part of it is it's weird how we quantify what is what, because I have two versions of like the tri-state area being either New York, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, or you can also do the southern tri-state area, which is New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and Delaware.
Yeah, I mean, so anywho, we're digressing. the real only home event in New England, I should really call it, honestly, because that's more appropriate. The New England area, of course, Keegan Bradley comes in, and what does he do? But he just absolutely robs everyone's heart right from under them, and it's terrible because I'm sitting there, I'm watching the event, and the leaderboard was stacked. Like, might I add, like going into the final 3 or 4 holes, Keegan was in it, Russell Henley was in it, Tommy Fleetwood was in it. Harris English, Jason Day, Rory, Scotty, like all these guys who we love to watch. And I'm like, damn, like how amazing would it be if Keegan Bradley like got the win in the home event? He won here in 2023. How awesome would it be? And then and my friends are like, yeah, no, it'd be like really cool. And I'm like, but also like Tommy Fleetwood is there. And I truly didn't know who to root for. I wanted Tommy Fleetwood. I wanted Keegan Bradley. I wanted Harris English. He's had a great year on the comeback. Jason Day hasn't won in a couple of years. Wanted to see him get involved. And I'm like, fuck, like, I don't know who to root for. That final hole, I was getting sweats. And I'm like, the minute Keegan put it to 7 feet, I'm like, Keegan's winning this event. Like there's no doubt. And it felt like every single fan at the Travelers wanted Keegan Bradley to win. They were walking up to 18 green. They're chanting USA, USA. It felt like the Ryder Cup was hitting its apex already in June. And honestly, that's what made this tournament so good, right? 2 standouts for next year's for this year's Ryder Cup team. Captain Keegan Bradley, and then Tommy Fleetwood, who outside of Rory and Ludwig Oberg has really been the most consistent English or Irishman or European on the team so far. You could argue Shane Lowry and a few other guys, but I would very much tell you Tommy Fleetwood is probably right there as one of the top 3 players going into the Ryder Cup as it stands right now for where to end today. And Keegan just steals one from right under Tommy Fleetwood. And it's funny because you bring it up to me just before the show, and I totally missed this. How terrible is it that Rory McIlroy in his post-round presser, who ended about a half hour before Tommy ended, said, "Oh, it's so great to see Tommy get one," and then just like that, the rug, like Tommy Fleetwood was the bull, and Keegan Bradley was the fucking matador with the red little cape. Said, "Come here, buddy," and said, "Fuck you, goodbye." Throw the spear at him, drop him dead. So gutting for Tommy Fleetwood.
It was so gutting, and the fact that, excuse me, the fact that you brought that up again, I'm gonna ease my pain for my good personal friend Tommy Fleetwood by putting my final fried pickle bite onto my burger here, Steve, and I'll let you know how it is.
Please do. Yeah, so an absolute gutter for Tommy, and I can't not feel bad, but at the same time, I look at this week, and I think it's symbolic in a lot of different ways, and we'll talk about what's going to end up happening now in just a second with what the Ryder Cup team looks like. It's funny, last week we bring it up, Spawn wins, all of a sudden he's top 5, it's going to throw a wrench in Keegan's plans. Well, honestly, the real wrench in the plans right now is that Keegan Bradley is top 12 right now. He said he's not going to pick himself for the team unless he qualifies on points, in which case he'd have to finish top 6. But at this point, like I look at this Ryder Cup team, and Keegan Bradley's 9th right now. The standings have not changed significantly at all. But like we talked last week about the bottom third of this USA Ryder Cup team, and like there are some names who stand out, right? Some interesting names: Ben Griffin, Harris English, who's a veteran. But like we have guys again like Mav, Andrew Novak, Ben Griffin, all rookies. Brian Harmon, who was good in his debut at Marco Simone, but wasn't where we wanted him to be. And then Harris English, who played at Whistling Straits the last go-around. Like, there are names who can qualify for those final 6 captains pick spots, but if I were Keegan Bradley, no one in that bottom half has really been playing as good as Keegan has. In the last 4 weeks, 3 top 10s and a win. Big time placements at the PGA, at the Memorial, at the Arnold Palmer, at the Players, the RBC Heritage, the Farmers Insurance Open. Like, he has been putting on some great events, and all of them, for the most part, happening at signature events.
And like, he rounded out, like, his final round at the Truist was, I think, his best round.
Yeah, did not have a strong week that week either, and still finished in the top 30. He shot 5 under par for the week. Actually, his best round was on Thursday. He shot a 1 over 71 on Sunday. But like the fact that you compare Keegan Bradley and someone who's played in President's Cups, in Ryder Cups, who, if you remember the full swing just 2 years ago, was completely flabbergasted that he didn't make the team, and you put his motivation and his stature as one of the youngest captains in Ryder Cup history, and compare him to Ben Griffin and Mav McNeely and Brian Harman and Andrew Novak and Daniel Berger and Cameron Young and even Tony Finau, who's towards the back end, Denny McCarthy, Wyndham Clark, Akshay Bhatia, like all these names. I'm taking Keegan Bradley 10 times out of 10. The way I see it as of right now, right? Your 6 AQs, Scotty, Xander, Spawn, Henley, DeChambeau, and Thomas. My 7th guy out the gate, Keegan Bradley. Like Patrick Cantlay is going to end up being there. He's been a match play wizard, him and Xander. But like Colin, we're going to talk about him in a second. He's flip-flopped a ton the last 3 years, ever since winning the Open a few years ago. Harris English, good year, but Keegan's been better. Ben Griffin, a great last 2 months, but Keegan's been better the whole year. Mav's been a top 25 machine, but is that enough to compete with the likes of Keegan Bradley? I don't think so. So his
Keegan Bradley is also just, I was like pulling Keegan up. He's older than I thought he was, and he's way older than he looks.
But even then, though, like despite him being like older than you think, a 39-year-old like leading a Ryder Cup team is unheard of.
He's playing like he's 34.
And not to mention, this is the best spot he's been in it, and like the stats show it, in his entire career.
Yeah.
He's top 10 in the world right now. He's top 10 both in the FedEx Cup, the OWGR, and according to DataGolf. He's having his best around the green and best approach season of his career. He's above average in every single statistical category that you look at. Prior to this run, his next highest standing ever in his career was 17th in the world, according to DataGolf, June of 2022. In terms of what the OWGR ranks him as, August of last year he was 11th in the world, but it was allegedly an overinflated number because he was 40th according to DataGolf. I'm gonna leverage the DataGolf numbers more here because the OWGR is flawed to begin with. But the fact that he's playing truly his best golf ever, it's the first time he's ever been in the top 10 in the world, just shows the dedication and the grind that he's put into himself every single week. And he was asked it in his championship presser. Actually, Matt Schreiber asked it, friend of the program, like, what does it mean to have the moniker of like Captain Keegan always over your shoulder every single week? And he's like, it only motivates me more because I want to be the guy to right the wrongs. I want to be the guy to show everybody that, first of all, he feels responsible for the people in the Northeast as one of the lone golfers from this area. He feels responsible to the United States of America to be the captain of this team. And you never want to be the captain and have a shitty year and then go in and be like, oh, he had a bad year. How's he going to coach these guys? He wants to be the first player captain since Arnold Palmer. And honestly, I don't fucking blame him. And whether or not the rumors swirling that he might pick somebody else if he qualifies for the team or not, I want to see Keegan Bradley suit up for the USA. Nobody, Scotty, Bryson, Xander, no one's more motivated than Keegan Bradley to go to Bethpage, where he used to sneak onto as a kid, as a college golfer, as a future professional, and wants to kick some English ass. No one wants it more than him.
I know I bring up lacrosse a lot on this show because it's my parallel. You know who I'm about to bring up, too. Keegan Bradley reminds me a lot of golf's version of Marcus Holman.
Yeah.
Like, very similar, like, story. Like, Keegan used to sneak onto Bethpage. Marcus Holman used to sneak onto the field at Johns Hopkins, where his dad played, so that he could go get more shots in. Baltimore kid, from this area, like, wants to represent, Team USA and be a guy that leads the way. Like, Keegan reminds me a lot of Marcus, being around Marcus for the past 7 years now, which is crazy to think about. But he has a lot. They have a lot in common, just in personality.
Yeah, and it's totally apparent that again, Keegan Bradley deserves this more than anybody else, and you even saw it just like in the win this past week. He drills the putt, and you hear him yell, "Let's fucking go!" He pushes his caddy like 5 feet. Kay turns to me and goes, "He's very aggressive," and I'm like, "Yeah, because he won a home game in front of probably 20,000 people who no one wanted to see Tommy Fleetwood win that event." Maybe except for me.
Minus
Half.
us.
Well, halfway. I'm not like again,
I also like Keegan. Keegan gave us an interview, so like Keegan's friend of the program.
I'm still mentally messed up here by the fact that Keegan Bradley and Tommy Fleetwood had to face off. It's like picking your mom or your dad in a fight to the death. Like, who do you
Literally.
pick? Like, God Almighty.
I'm not pitting our two chosen boys against each other.
No, exactly. And never in my life did I ever think I had to, and all of a sudden here we are. But yeah. Keegan Bradley deserves it. On the flip side of things, Tommy Fleetwood, I don't know how you like you have to start discussing like, is he cursed? Like I truly don't know. He has 42 top 10s without a win. It's the most by any player in the history of golf by over double. Like we have to start getting into the territory of like, do we need to do some like voodoo magic, like something to get him over the top? Do we need to like sacrifice some puppies or something? Like, what do we got to do here to get Tommy Fleetwood in the win column?
I don't know.
I truly don't know.
It is one of sports' biggest. Like, he is. I'm gonna give you something. You tell me how far-fetched or how spot on it sounds, but hear me out. Tommy Fleetwood is to golf what Phillip Rivers was to the NFL.
Or Matt Ryan. Or Joe Flacco pre-ring.
But like Tommy Fleetwood is like week in, week out. No doubt about it. Like, he's going to be in the mix outside of, a hiccup here or there. Phillip Rivers, during his prime, year in and year out, had the Chargers on the map as like one of those teams that everyone was like, oh yeah, they'll be in the playoffs. They'll be in the playoffs every year. They'll compete. They'll be at the top of the division. They'll win divisions. And Phillip Rivers never got to I don't even know if they got to a conference championship with Phillip Rivers.
I don't
think they did. I think the most they did was a divisional round. And Phillip Rivers never got over the top, never got the ring. Still regarded as a great quarterback in NFL history, but will he be? He's in the Hall of Very Good. He's not a Hall of Famer to a lot of people because he never played in a conference championship, never played in a Super Bowl, never won a Super Bowl. Tommy Fleetwood right now, in the grand scheme of golf, when you look at all-time golfers, he's in the Hall of Very Good for golf.
Yeah, I'm trying to find like other comparisons here, and here's the thing, right? So Tommy Fleetwood in his career, he has won 7 times on the DP World Tour. He's placed in the Olympics. He's played in 3 Ryder Cups. He's won 2 of them. He's been to big time events. Also, looking at his last 25 starts, he only has 3 finishes outside of the top 25. Sorry, 4 outside of the top 25 in his last 25 starts. He missed the cut at the U.S. Open. He finished 41st at the PGA. In a tune-up event for the Masters, he finished 62nd at the Valero, and then he missed the cut at the Open last year. Like, he only plays poorly in majors.
I'll give you another comparison.
Dan Marino.
I'll flip sports. Tommy Fleetwood is to golf what Torrey Hunter was to baseball.
Fleetwood's better.
Torrey Hunter, a lot of people forget just because he was an older player during a lot of our prime, but that first run with the Twins, Torrey Hunter, 9-time Gold Glover, 2-time Silver Slugger, 5-time All-Star, and he's in the Minnesota Twins Hall of Fame.
So, like, all right, here. Tommy Fleetwood, right? 42 top 10s in his career without a win. He has, 42 top 10s. He has 26 or 25 at least top 5s. Like, he's constantly in the mix. He's one of the best players in strokes gained total year in and year out. Off the tee, he's great. His accuracy is incredible. His distance has suffered a little bit, but it's still very good. His around the green is great. He's 34 years old. Like, while he's never played in a championship, he's always been in the Tour Championship final. So he gets there. I would truly want to say that Tommy Fleetwood at 34 years old is like kind of sort of borderline like Mike Trouty. Like, has played in major world competition events, has medaled in the Olympics, has played in 3 Ryder Cups, won 2 of them, but just has not been able to win the event. And I think it's also unfair, might I add, too. Not to Tommy Fleetwood, but to kind of everybody else. Because to win just a PGA Tour event compared to a championship, this is like the best player to never even make the playoffs, but have played in like a WBC or an Olympics or some other category of that. Like, not for nothing, right? You win a major, that's like winning a Stanley Cup, winning a NFL, NBA title. The guy hasn't even won a playoff game, if you want to get technical. Like, who is that? Someone who's played in multiple Pro Bowls or All-Star games or a WBC or a world-renowned FIBA, Olympics, something, but has literally never been to a playoff game.
I know it might sound crazy because the person that I'm going to bring up has, like, Tommy Fleetwood doesn't have like an injury history, right? Like,
no.
So it's a little far-fetched, but like it's almost Joel Embiid.
Yeah.
Actually, like, Embiid has a gold medal now.
You know what? Here are some great examples, actually. And shout out to Wikipedia for putting everything together. Ernie Banks never played in a playoff game. Reggie Bush, Andre Johnson, Barry Sanders.
He's Andre Johnson.
In a playoff game.
He's Andre Johnson.
Barry Sanders never played in a playoff game.
Well, yeah, he played for
I would say he's Barry Sanders.
Is Tommy Fleetwood getting into like golf's Hall of Fame though?
Certainly getting into the English one.
Like Barry Sanders is Hall of Famer.
All right, fine, yeah. All right,
and Andre Johnson, like, there's going to be the argument that he could be, but then there's going to be people that would argue against it. Tommy Fleetwood is very Andre Johnson-y. He's also very like Larry Fitzgerald.
Who else? Find me like a really good like NBA player. I mean, like Tom Van Arsdale leads the NBA with most playoff games, most played games without a playoff game.
Steve, minus the stark contrast in personality, just strictly on the field. Is Tommy Fleetwood T.O.?
Yeah. All right. Yeah. You can argue it.
T.O. doesn't have a title. Is regarded as one of the 3 best wide receivers of all time.
You know what it is though? Like Fleetwood will never be a top 10 player ever. He'll probably finish amongst the greats as a top 100 player. But like, if you're not going to win a PGA Tour event, like that's the baseline. Like you said, yes, like the Hall of Very Good. Like he fits perfectly into the categories of like even like modern players, right? Who haven't been able to get super far, like Francisco Lindor, or like hasn't even really like won an MVP kind of level guy. Like Lindor kind of fits in the category there. I would say like Trey Turner fits in the category there. Like JT Realmuto is a great catcher, but is he ever going to win big hardware? Probably not. But like Andre Johnson fits the mold. Like there are certain guys that Fleetwood fits into that I can believe. I feel so bad for the guy because he can't ever get anywhere like over the hump. And it's to no fault of his own. He plays himself into every tournament. But at some point you got to look back and you got to be like, wow, like this is gutting.
JT's
won
JT's won some hardware though.
Well,
he's 3-time All-Star, 2-time All MLB first team, All MLB second team in 2020, 2-time Gold Glover, 3-time Silver Slugger, Team USA, World Baseball Classic silver medalist.
Similar-ish. If they had an All-Star game, Fleetwood would have been in it for the last 8 years.
Maybe Tommy Fleetwood just has to play in the TGL. Maybe that's how he's
already in the TGL.
With who?
But he plays for LA.
That's why. Not a sports town.
He needs to leave LA. He needs to go to like Boston.
He needs to force a trade.
Or New York.
Get out of LA.
Pull a Kevin Durant. Pull a who else forced trades recently?
Scott Rowland.
Hall of very good. Hall of very, very good.
JD Drew.
Nah. A little lesser.
Oh, I was just pulling people that force trades. Eli Manning.
Harden?
Eli Manning.
Yeah, but Tommy's got a better demeanor than all those guys. Fuck him.
Yes.
Going back to Keegan Bradley real quick. You want to talking about who he belongs ahead of compared to some guys currently in the captain's pick race. Currently 7th is Colin Morikawa, and it's perfect timing that they're going to talk about this now. Because if we had talked about it on Monday, we wouldn't have had the opportunity to get the new T coming out of a Colin Morikawa. So I saw a great post by actually a really good account that I follow on the social media world. Tej Talk Golf does a lot of really great videos, breaks down a lot of different things. One of the things that he brought up recently was the fact that Colin Morikawa has gone through so many different putters over the last 7 or 8 years since turning pro in 2019. That I think we discovered the reason why Colin Morikawa can't win golf tournaments ever since he won the Open a couple of years ago. So Colin, for those of you who don't know, last won a PGA Tour event in 2023. When he did win in 23, that was when he won the Zozo Championship. Prior to that, did not win since 2022 or 21, actually. 2021, actually, when he won the Open Championship. So when he won the Zozo, it was actually during the fall season. So really, let's call it main PGA Tour calendar. Hasn't won since the Open in 2021. So that's 4 years, or really 2.5 years since he's won. According to Tej Talk, listen to these numbers and tell me how wild this is. Colin Morikawa has ran through 17 different putters since his time as an amateur. He changed from an Odyssey to a Bettinardi to a TaylorMade and is now onto a bespoke brand called Logan Olson. Olson's been outfitting some golfers like Scotty Scheffler and a few others. It's kind of like a offshoot Scotty Cameron brand. He's gone from blade to mallet to blade to mallet to blade to mallet to 4 different kinds of grips, shafts, back to the mallet, back to the blade once again. And here he is with the latest blade at the Travelers, the Logan Olson. His strokes gained putting numbers for his career since Data Golf began collecting data. He had a .52 strokes gained putting as an amateur in 2017 into becoming a pro in 2019. That's across 57 starts. He won 8 times in college, right? And back then he had an Odyssey putter. He had a blade, a mallet, and then he changed to a Bettinardi in college when he won the Pac-12 championship. So eight wins across 2 different putters, two different kinds of putters as well. He also won the 2019 Barracuda with that same Bettinardi for his first pro win. In 47 college starts, he had 44 top 25s, 26 top 10s, including 11 straight from September of 2018 to April of 2019. That's insane. 44 top 25s and 47 starts in college. He's averaged roughly negative .01 strokes as a full-time professional from 2020 to today. Now, he's literally at like 0. He's 1/10th off or 1/100th off. The tour average is literally a 0. However, each year since turning pro, the top 50 players all average at least a quarter strokes gained putting, except for 1 year in 2021, it was a .239. With the .0 threshold being met in order from 1920 to 2024, the 105th ranked player in the FedEx Cup, the 110 ranked player, 102nd, 97th, and 100th. The strokes gained putting leader by year since he started in 1920 a .98, a .76, a .85, a .95, and a .86. And for reference, Scotty Scheffler in his 2024 season gained 1.97 strokes putting for the year. So Colin's putting woes could very well be the reason that Colin Morikawa has not to win a big-time golf tournament in almost 3 years. He's a average putter. He's ran through 17 different kinds of putters. And on top of that, we get the news today that he has broken off from his now caddy, Joe Grainer, who, if you remember, Joe was caddying for Max Homa. Max fired him before the Masters. He hopped on the bag for JT and won the RBC Heritage. After that week, JT's caddy got healthy. He then joined Colin Morikawa on the bag. And now 6 events later, Griner's off, and one of Colin's old college teammates taking over the bag for him. Also, there was a report out from Golf Digest that was talking about Colin Morikawa and his caddy change. Colin actually got kind of heated today or yesterday talking about it during the Pro-Am at the Rocket Mortgage. Said that apparently he didn't want to be painted as the bad guy for letting go of Joe, and thought that the media was doing a bad job at portraying him and made him out to be the bad guy. So he got a little bit heated in the media room, and he said, "I'm not going to tell you what to do. Like this is America. You have a job. I'm not going to tell you how to do your job, but don't make me the bad guy." And it was the first time that people were like, "Wow, Colin's actually really pissed off and heated." So it's a very big turn for Colin. But what do you think to the idea that the putters, the 17 different putters and the 5 different shafts and the 4 different putting grips, and then the fact that he's gone through 3 caddies in 5 weeks, makes you think maybe this is why Colin's been struggling a little bit? And what does that make you think about the future of him, both as a player, let's call it in the next year or so, but also as it pertains to the Ryder Cup coming up next year? Should we be concerned that Colin Morikawa might make this team, and while he might do great in the Ryder Cup, not having a consistent caddy with him that he enjoys and can work well with could be a bit of a struggle?
Yeah, I mean, I don't remember the last time I picked Colin on any iteration of me being on the show to win an event, because he's been, like you so eloquently put, average. He doesn't pop off the page right now, and I don't know, maybe we need to invite him to the Get in the Hole podcast mini golf tour so he can try out all of these putters in a proper way, because that's almost like a football player changing their cleats or their gloves as much as Colin would. Like, changing something that is part of your game that much, no wonder you're fucking off your game in a spot where typically you've been average your entire career for the most part. Changing that much is not going to help you. It's going to be a hindrance because you're trying so many different things and not allowing yourself ample time to get used to something.
Yeah.
No wonder he's been horrid putting the ball.
Like the great comparison is and we go back to lacrosse for you, changing your stick out every week, or the weight of your stick because you don't like the way something feels, or maybe you're a tad offline with your shots, or like Bryce Harper running through 9 different baseball bats in the matter of a week because he thinks the grams are the reason why he's batting 230. Like you don't see people doing that all the time. Okay, you make a bat change, maybe you grab your teammate's bat every now and then and try it out. But when you're putting and your putts make up almost a third of your strokes for the most part in a round of golf, that right there should tell you, all right, I should probably try and ease my way into these things, or alternatively, get a better putting coach, get a better short game coach. What did you talk about last week with JJ Spawn, right? Had the yips on the putting green, changed to a new short game coach, and 2 months later is a major champion. What happened from Colin Morikawa in 2021 in 4 years' time that he's gotten to this point where he's changing things out every single week? Every week for the last 5 weeks, it's been either a new shaft or a new putter or a new sort of actual flat stick. It's kind of jarring almost.
Mm-hmm.
But
it's
maybe that
it's
could very
silly,
well be the
honestly.
key.
Like, it's silly to me to do that much change over however long it's been that he's been like creating putters in a lab, like, and trying to find the best like he's going through putters, Steve, like the scientists in the original Pokemon that were trying to create Mew and Mewtwo, and all of the failures just became Ditto in the Pokemon Mansion on Cinnabar Island. That's what Colin Morikawa is doing right now.
The putting lab of Ditto. It's just like they all turn to purple gunk and mush.
He wishes they were Ditto because then he could transform it into a putter that he could actually use.
Maybe you should just like borrow someone's putter and just be like, hey, like, because didn't that happen with when Wyndham Clark won the U.S. Open with the jailbird putter, and then all of a sudden, like 5 straight weeks, the jailbird putter won every week. Ricky Fowler literally went to the guys at Odyssey and was like, "Can I have Wyndham's putter?" And they made him a model putter.
Yep.
And boom, look at that. He won the next week, ironically, at this very tournament. Like, crazy to think, like, maybe Colin should get in a room and like talk to somebody at TaylorMade and be like, hey, what are the guys who putt well? What are they using? Try and get some juice. We're going to take a short break. On the other side, we're going to go into our shout outs of the week with probably the best birthday shout out that we've ever had on this show. We'll also do some blind rankings, the Rocket Mortgage preview, and of course, our beer money coming off a terrific week at the Travelers. Don't go anywhere. KB and Steve-O right here from the Underground. We'll be right back.
Get in the Hole is brought to you by PHI Apparel Company, our incredible merch partners. PHI Apparel Co. provides unique designs and high-quality clothing from t-shirts to hoodies for every golfer around. With their original designs for all, there's no doubt you'll stand out on the course, the driving range, or at the 19th hole. Go to phiapparel.co and use code UNDERGROUND at checkout for 10% off any order. That's code UNDERGROUND at phiapparel.co and grab exclusive Get in the Hole podcast merch and support your favorite golfers.
Subscribe to Get in the Hole Pod.
We are back and kicking it live here on the Get in the Hole podcast, the number 23 ranked golf podcast in the world, according to Millions Podcasts. Shout out to those guys for giving us the big nod, one of our highest rankings to date. I don't know how accurate the data is, considering they ranked us ahead of Foreplay, but for now, I will say, suck it, Frankie. And
He's
we'll
a new dad. Shout out to Dad Frankie.
Shout out to Dad Frankie, but also like Frankie the podcaster, suck it. We're better than you for now. And also, I could totally beat Riggs one-on-one. He is not a
here we go.
Gap. No, I'm telling. He is not as good a golfer as you think, as he says he is. He is a reverse sandbagger, and I will die on this hill.
So he's a bag sander,
basically. He's a
well,
bag
Riggs. I want you to know I don't speak for Steve because you'd kick my ass.
You don't golf.
Exactly. He'd kick my ass. I said nothing that was false.
I'll kick his ass. Let's get into our shout-outs of the week presented by our boys over at Acorn Hills. Changing clothing through conservation. They have been on an absolute burner with their summer drop. They're our favorite merch partners. They're changing the clothing through conservation by offering eco-friendly packaging, materials, and clothing tags on styles that you'll love, from quarter zips to t-shirts, on and off the course. You can get ready for summer. And their latest drop that dropped just earlier this month. And use code GITH15 for 15% off your next order at acornhillsco.com. Once again, code GITH, that's Get in the Hole 15 for 15% off your next order at acornhillsco.com. And look your best from the ground up. We lead off our shouts this week with Minji Lee. While Minwoo Lee didn't have a great week at the Travelers, it was Minji who was bringing home hardware at the KPMG Women's PGA Championship. out in Texas. A final score of 4 under for the week. The lowest score to par in the women's PGA the highest score to par in women's PGA history since 2000. She also becomes the first Australian since Hannah Green in 2019 to win the KPMG Women's PGA Championship. KB, you want to take the next one here?
Yeah, let me pull up I don't have the notes in front of me, so if you want to pull this one too.
I will do it, and I'll let you. I will let you do the next one. Want to give a shout out to Miguel Angel Jimenez for winning his 4th senior tour title on the year at Firestone. Of course, the signature cigar came out for the 61-year-old in celebration for his big win. And ironically, this happens. I don't know if you've seen the video making circles, but Miguel Angel Jimenez and Keegan Bradley had a bit of a screaming match about a decade ago, and it just so happens that they happen to win both this week. So going back to seeing those memories, there was a rules official issue. There was a ball issue. Keegan's like, go to your ball. I'll handle mine. And the caddies got involved, and there was a bit of a speaking match. So shout out to Miguel Angel Jimenez for the big win on the senior tour's 4th of the year at Firestone.
I mean, this is perfect. Shouts to Sally's a beats.
A beats. Bada bing, bada bang, bada boom. How you doing?
Definitely my favorite spot in New Haven. Michael Kim gave Sally's a 9 out of 10 rookie score, but a 9 out of 10, no less, is a big time score.
So hold on. And it's funny that you mentioned the 9.4 for the fried pickles. His issue was that he bought the Sally's home, but he said both the dough and the sauce was legit. I gave Sally's a 9. I gave Sally's a 9.8 because I'm not giving anybody a 10.0.
I forget what I initially gave Sally's, but it's my favorite spot in New Haven. Plus their cheesecake. I don't know if you've ever had that. I got it last year for the first time.
The Pepe's cheesecake is fire too.
It'll blow your socks off.
We'll have to try it when we go up to New Haven. Now, KB, I don't know if you're familiar, like the greatest female athletes of all time. Like,
sure.
Who instantly jumps out to you?
I think I have most of my Mount Rushmore. It is in no particular order: Simone Biles, Serena Williams, Katie Ledecky, and I'm not 1,000% sure who I have as a definitive 4th, but my mind always does go to Lisa Leslie.
All right, so I'm going to give you your 4th if you aren't fully sold on who you have. I decided to break off of the birthday shout out of the day because whenever we record it on a Monday, it's for a Monday birthday, and we don't actually get to shout them out technically fully on the webs until Wednesday or Thursday. So I've changed to the birthday of the week, and I'm sure most people have never heard of Babe Zaharis, but I'm going to give you the rundown of this woman's career and make you understand that she actually might be the greatest female athlete to ever live. She was born in Port Arthur, Texas in 1911. Her name, Mildred, later nicknamed Babe after who else but Babe Ruth, as well as a pet name from her mother. She was incredibly gifted at a young age. She won her first ever sewing competition in 1931 at the Dallas and Beaumont State Fairs. She also sewed her own golf equipment early on in her career. That wouldn't come until 20 years after Babe got her start in sports. She was never a strong student, but she was always known to be a sporty. She was an All-American in basketball in both high school and college, a 2-time gold medalist in the 80-meter hurdles and javelin. She set the world record in both events and also earned the silver medal, tying the world record with then gold medalist Gene Shilley in the high jump at the 1932 LA Olympics. Now, this is all at the age of 18 years old, right? She won sewing competitions, a 3-time medalist, 2-time gold, 3 world records, All-American in basketball, all at 18. She's the only track and field athlete ever, both men and women, to have individual Olympic medals in a running, throwing, and jumping event. Insane. Now it gets even better. 3 years later, in 1935, she ended up dropping basketball, the sewing kit, and all of her medals. And she said, you know what? I'm going to take up pro golf. I want to see what happens. She became the first woman to participate in a men's event at the LA Open, which is now known as the Genesis Invitational. Shot 81, 84 to miss the cut. But quickly became the first true female golf celebrity, playing in 3 more men's PGA events, going on to have an illustrious 41 LPGA win career from 1940 to 1955. She won 10 major titles, including the original LPGA Grand Slam 3 times over, which is more than Tiger Woods can ever say he's ever done. She won every modern LPGA award. It was a 6-time AP Female Athlete of the Year and was posthumously inducted into the World Golf Hall of Fame in 1974 and earned the 2021 Presidential Medal of Honor from President Donald Trump. She was also named the 10th greatest North American athlete of the 20th century by ESPN, the highest ranked woman athlete ever by Sports Illustrated at the turn of the century in 2000. She's 17th amongst the greatest golfers and second amongst the greatest women, only behind Mickey Wright by Golf Digest. And she passed away from colon cancer at the age of 45 in 1956. She's celebrating her what would be 130th birthday. 15th. Shout out to Babes Harris. Probably, in my opinion, the greatest female athlete of all time. That's it. That is illustrious.
That was a whole Wikipedia page of information.
Dude, 40 wins, 3 times over Grand Slam winner, 3 Olympic medals, an All-American, 3 world records that stood for 30 plus years. And she did all this before the war started. Like,
back in my day, we did that during the war.
She is a stud. Truly one of the greats of all time.
No.
Also her husband George Saharis was actually a famous boxer. He was known as the Crying Greek from Cripple Creek, which is a fucking great name.
Now I do have our favorite website up because we are recording this, so we will do today's birthdays as well in world history. Steve, can I kick things off with an early birthday? And by early, I mean most recent. And it's crazy that he is a post 9/11 baby. On this day, June 25th, in 2002, Benson Boone was born.
What? All right. What's the deal with Benson Boone that everyone's like head over heels for this guy? He's a good artist and
good artist.
He does sick backflips a lot, but like
he's got the marketing engine of Imagine Dragons because he's on their label.
Really? Okay. Well,
yeah,
that makes sense.
He's a Mormon.
It's funny. I watched my first ever episode of TMZ. Kay's mom loves TMZ, and we're sitting there on the couch watching it after Jeopardy. And during the blackout, and Benson Boone got on the TMZ like tour van in LA, and was at I'm like, why does everyone love a Benson Boone?
I need Zach Cherry to yell at him, Benson Boone, do a flip,
do the flip, do it.
Also born on this day, on my birthday year 1993, Barney Clark, the English actor from Oliver Twist. Moving right along here, born on this day as well back in 1979. Can I interest you, Steve, in Brooklyn, New York's own Lala Anthony?
Hell yeah.
Also born on this day, one of my favorite people and one of the most beautiful women to ever walk the earth, Jinkies, Linda Cardellini. How you doing?
Yeah, she
is.
Yeah, she can get it.
Amazing. She's amazing. She turns 50 today.
50.
Wow. She looks like she's 38.
It's also the birthdays of comedian Ricky Gervais.
Yep, Ricky Gervais.
And one of my also Del Curry.
Yes.
And finally, someone who I've looked up to for a long time, and that now at home I'm the chef in the house. And I try and find a couple of cooks that I can like look up to. And first of all, Anne Burrell, rest in peace. That's number one. My grandma loved her. But also, I grew up watching like Lydia Bastianich. I grew up watching America's Test Kitchen, my grandparents. But Anthony Bourdain, man, happy fucking birthday. The fucking best. The best.
You know who else is celebrating a birthday today, Steve, that affects your life directly?
Oh, no, who?
Carlos Delgado.
Hell yeah.
Born in
The
1972.
Love that man.
Let's see if there's anything else back in the day real quick of anybody truly, truly famous that we should bring. Oh, rest in peace. Legend, born in 1966, he would be celebrating his birthday today. Colony's Basketball Hall of Fame center, Dikembe Mutombo. No, not in my house.
Not today.
Also, George Michael's birthday is today as well.
Love George Michael. What is the best Wham song? And why is it Wake Me Up Before You Go?
I mean, yes.
And I feel like we aren't allowed to say Last Christmas because it's a cover.
Yeah.
But
I mean, they do have a hilarious song, I Want Your Sex.
And of course, Careless Whisper that I have like entrenched into my mind from pledging in college.
Yeah. Wake Me Up Before You Go is
song.
One of the greatest like all-time bangers.
I love that song.
It's so good.
You know where I first heard it? Believe it or not, first heard it listening to American Idol. I discovered it. Some guy, he most certainly did not win, but he's singing a great rendition of "Wake Me Up Before You Go," and I was like, "Wow, it's a fucking good song."
That's incredible.
Text Steve to 019227. Remember that era that you could like text in who you wanted to win, or like who you wanted like voted off the island in Survivor, call in, like what fucking 16-year-old intern was getting paid to answer the phones?
A lot of them probably
pretty sick job. Yeah, I was the guy telling Ryan Seacrest that Carrie Underwood was going to win the American Idol. like who are you? Show yourself. Let's get into a new segment here. And actually, it might be the greatest crossover between advertiser and segment of all time. We're going to do some blind rankings presented by Tomahawk Shades, because while we are not blind, thanks to Tomahawk Shades, keeping us calm, cool, collected, and stylish from the first hole to the 18th green and beyond, making sure that our eyes stay nice and protected from those heavy UV rays out on the golf course, while you and I are getting tan as hell. Also, this is gross. Just the spread here, like, is disgusting. Tomahawk Shades, making sure our eyes stay nice and clean amongst those wild UV rays. The skin's toasting, but the eyes aren't. Tomahawk Shades. Check them out.
Code USP, 25% off your entire order when you shop with Tomahawk Shades. They've been repping with us for 5 years now, which is crazy. Yeah. So yeah, use code USP at checkout at tomahawkshades.com or in the Tomahawk Shades app.
Yeah, 25% off your next order. Big time stuff. KB, blind rankings, new segment. We have a couple categories here. You're going to give me. I do not know them. This is we're basically doing the reverse golfer or country artist, where now I'm the one in the hot seat. I'm interested in what you've come up what you have come up with.
Should be fun. As I type out this last one here.
Also, we got to acknowledge every single week my hair keeps getting longer, and I don't know when I'm going to cut it.
It is flow season.
I low key have the Fleetwood haircut.
You do. Our sweet boy. All right, see, we're gonna start with golf. We're gonna start with all-time golfers.
All right,
very specific.
Blind ranking all-time golfers. Let's see it.
So we are gonna start blindly rank. This is 1 through 5. Everyone, blindly rank these all-time golfers. We'll start off with Jack Nicklaus.
Oh God. Under the guise that you might give me Tiger, I'm going to put him 2.
So Jack comes in at 2, not too shabby. Next, we're going to go Arnold Palmer.
4.
Next up.
Options open.
Rory McIlroy.
5.
Then we are going to go Tiger Woods.
There's one. All right, come on. Who's my 3?
So by default, your number 3 golfer in the all-time golfers.
It's gonna be someone absolute shite, isn't it?
Is Greg Norman.
Damn it! Actually, hold on. Greg Norman actually on 3rd all time in longest number 1 ranking in the world. So it's not horrible. I'd have to go back and think that Palmer versus Norman bit, but I'll take it. It's all right.
Yeah, so you go Rory 5, Arnold Palmer 4, Greg Norman 3, Jack 2, Tiger 1.
I was not thinking at all that you pulled Greg Norman out there. No, you ass.
All right. Next up, Steve, I want you to blindly rank these TGL teams.
Oh, okay.
We will start.
Now, are we doing this based on players or like branding or
this is however you want to feel it encapsulates, but it's the franchise as a whole.
All right.
So blindly rank these TGL franchises. We will start with Jupiter Links.
I love Tiger Woods. I'm going 5. Had no juice this year.
Jupiter Links coming in hot at number 5. Next up, the Bay Golf Club.
The Bay was good this year. A lot of really good and fun names. I'm gonna go 2.
Bay coming in at 2. Okay. Next up, we go with the first ever champions, the Atlanta Drive.
Number 1, hands down. Like that, when you win the inaugural, also the team is just great, top to bottom, with the exception of Lucas Glover. They can get a little more youth.
Next up, we will go with New York.
I have 3 and 4 now.
You have 3 and 4 open.
Oh God! And the only other options that you can give me would be Boston or LA. With 3 and 4 open.
3 and 4 open.
I'll put New York at 4 and know whoever I get at 3 is a pretty good choice.
So by default, Steve, your number 3 only has by name existence because they are officially on the website now. It's Motor City Golf Club.
Damn it. I didn't think you'd go there. Oh. You screwed me in the 3 spot today.
The beauty of the blind ranking.
You're absolutely fucking me over in these in the 3 hole right now.
Oh. All right,
but honestly,
Steve,
you know what? I will take Motor City without a single win than anything Jupiter has done.
Next up, we are going to have you blindly rank these Masters champions.
Ooh, you're definitely going to give me some horrible, some like no names here.
All right. So, first off, clean slate. Masters champions. We'll start with allegedly a viewer of this podcast, Patrick Reed.
I am not going to let myself get screwed over and putting him at 3. I've already gotten beat up twice.
So Patrick Reed comes in at 3. Next up, we are going to go with my birth year. And it was this. He's a 2-time Masters champion, Bernard Langer.
4.
So Langer
love
comes
Bernard.
in at 4. So you're keeping the hot spots open, and then you still have 5. Coming up next, VJ Singh.
Ooh, the ladies love me because I made that VJ Singh.
And if you want to make our VJ Singh, you'll click that subscribe button.
Oh my God. Fishing for likes over here? What are you, a thirsty 15-year-old girl? God. Next thing you know, you're going to be posting thirst traps like Prince Fielder in the body issue of ESPN. Oh God. You have to give me good names. I'm going to go 5 for VJ.
So VJ comes in at 5.
Oh, you're going to screw me here on 1 and 2.
Next up, he went back to back. It's Nick Faldo.
Who would you give me that 1 spot? I'm going to go 1 for Faldo.
Okay. So by default, your number 2 Masters champion is Jon Rahm.
I'm cool with that. All right. Actually, all these considered, it's a good list. That's a pretty good list.
It's not too shabby. Might be your best one.
Yeah, because I didn't get boned by the 3 spot.
Next up, Steve, we are going to have you blindly rank. We did TGL. We're going to have you blindly rank these LIVGolf franchises.
Okay.
All right. So clean slate. We'll start off, and it's same premise by franchise, however you encapsulate that.
Okay.
We'll start with the Fireballs.
Rock solid 2.
Okay.
Sturgeon's been hot.
It's higher than I thought you would go, but I'll take it. They got the hot new youngster, so you know how you're doing. Next up, Ironheads.
5. Hold on. No, 4. 4. I have a feeling you're going to give me a really good 5.
So Ironheads coming at 4. Next up, we are going to go with the Majestics.
Also a really bad franchise. I know you're going to give it to me because we always talk. All right. I'm going to do a 5.
Majestics coming at 5. So you have 1 and 3 open.
You're gonna. I know exactly who you're going to give me, 2.
Next up, we've got Torque.
3.
So Torque takes the 3 spot,
And
which
don't
means
give
by
me,
default, Steve,
don't tell me who it is.
your number 1 is the only LIVGolf team that truly knows we exist, and that's the Range Goats.
All right. I thought you were going to give me Cleeks. And I would have been so scared if you did. Because that is on branding alone the worst team on earth. I'm actually I don't hate the list. It actually isn't that bad. That's pretty decent too.
And I have 2 more of these.
Shout out Bryson though, by the way. Go Crushers.
My next blindly rank, Steve, has nothing to do with golf. I'm going to have you blindly rank these country music artists.
Oh God. Okay. All right. Here we go.
So we will start with Chris Stapleton.
3. Flat in the middle. Really, really good, but not my favorite.
Right in the middle, kind of setting yourself up for success by not letting that 3 spot get taken. Okay.
Not today.
He's gaming the system. Next up, we're gonna go Morgan Wallen.
Let me ask you one question before I dig deeper in here, and you don't have to tell me if he's in it or not. Are we quantifying Post Malone as a country artist for the sake of this for the sake of this argument?
I'll give you a little hint behind the curtains. He's not on this list.
All right, good. I'll go 2.
Wallen at 2. Okay. Next up, we are gonna go with Dolly Parton.
Dolly's a goat. Love Dolly to death. 5. I'm sorry. I just don't love your songs outside of about 3.
Next up, we're going to go Johnny Cash.
Oh, number 1, the GOAT. One of the GOATs.
Johnny Cash at 1. So by default, Steve, your number 4 is going to be Luke Bryan.
I'm cool with that. All right. Another really good list. I'm very happy with how these are panning out.
And then we are going to go ahead and do something that's very near and dear to our hearts. Okay? We're gonna do a very fun one. Very similar to the country music vein. Actually, we have one more after this too.
Okay.
This one, you're going to blindly rank Kendrick Lamar songs.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All I ever wanted was a Black Grand National. Let's see it.
So if you don't know, Steve and I, we love Kendrick Lamar. Steve and I have been listening to Kendrick for a long time. So Steve, we are going to start. We're going to start with a banger. First one, All the Stars.
I'm gonna go 4. He has a lot of really good songs. I'm hoping you give me some deep cuts here too.
So All the Stars comes in at 4. Next one, we are going to go with Mad City.
3.
Okay. Mad City comes in at 3. Next up, we're going to go to Pimp a Butterfly, but I'm going somewhere where you didn't think. We're going to go Hood Politics.
Oh, boy. I have to go 5 solely on the idea that I know you're going to give me 2 bangers.
So Hood Politics comes in at 5. Next up, we're going to go with Not Like Us.
Oof. Literally put Drake's career on hold to the point that he's now welcoming Morgan Wallen out of tunnels. I'm going to go 1 on the commercialization and the success of it. However, sort of lost the mojo after the Super Bowl.
So Not Like Us comes in there, which means by default, your number 2 Kendrick Lamar song is going to be We Cried Together.
What a great song. Oh my God. So me and my friend Zach will text back and forth. He sends me every time that song comes on. He sends it to me and he'll literally just write, "Fuck you, bitch." I'm like, "Fuck you, motherfucker." Oh, it's so great. So great. I will say this though. My true top 5 Kendrick Lamar songs in no particular order. These Walls, incredible
Great song.
Absolute banger. I do think TV Off is probably in that category.
It's awesome.
I'm going to go Poetic Justice.
It's a good one.
Oh boy. Butterfly is a great song, but I don't know if I can put it in a top 5 though. Money Trees.
A banger.
And underrated song that people don't talk enough about. I want to make sure I have the right name of the song. Is the song called ADHD? Yeah, ADHD.
Yes. It's a
nasty
good one.
Song.
That's a great one. Also, Kendrick Lamar might be the only artist to ever collab with Imagine Dragons and Taylor Swift. Because he did the Bad Blood remix and the Radioactive remix.
Remember when Imagine Dragons was good like 11 years ago?
I've seen them in concert like 5 times. I highly recommend seeing them once live.
They've fallen off heavily.
They haven't really done much. And their lead singer is now doing the record label stuff, and that's why Benson Boone exists.
With the Benson Boone.
And Steve, our final blindly rank here. You're going to blindly rank something we love to do. You're going to blindly rank Nicktoons.
Oh, I thought you were going Pixar movies. That'll be for another time.
We're going to blindly rank some Nicktoons, okay? Right. How you done? We'll first start with Rocket Power.
Oh, okay. You want to get involved in this? You don't want to? Blind ranking Nick shows? Oh, Kay is not invested. Rocket Power 2. Also a great video game.
Coming in hot at number 2. Next up, we are going to go Rugrats.
Wasn't a Rugrats guy. I'm going to go 4.
Fascinating. Okay. Next up, we're going to go Hey Arnold.
5.
Wow.
All right. I was a weird Nicktoons kid. There are going to be some deep cuts on here if you go there that I will put at 1.
All right. Next up, it is a deep cut. It's a deep cut, but it's a banger. We're going As Told by Ginger.
Not where I wanted you to go. And if I could put it 5, I would. I have to go 3.
Put that 3, which means, Steve, you're by default your number 1 Nicktoon. It's a good one. It's probably the best of all time. It's SpongeBob.
All right, good. I wanted Chalk Zone.
Chalk Zone's a good one.
That show fucks.
I almost went Cat Dog.
Cat Dog's good. Roscoe's Modern Life is good.
Avril Monsters.
Never saw it.
10 out of 10 recommend you go.
Also, never really saw As Told by Ginger either. Was like
As Told by Ginger is here, like
little before my time. I was big Chalk Zone, Fairly Odd Parents. I mean, Jimmy Neutron was not a tune per se, But that was like my shit.
As Told by Ginger was not before your time. It ran from 2000 to 2004, big dog. That's a mid-modern Nicktoon.
I was not watching the show.
It's a good one.
I wasn't watching it.
Very much recommend.
I was more into the Wild Thornberries.
I love the Wild Thornberries. I love me some Donnie. Shout out to Flea. That's one of my favorite things is when you find out that the voice of Donnie Thornberry is Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Really?
Yeah.
That's incredible. That's like discovering the cast of Madagascar. And that right there is a callback. Let's get into our Rocket Mortgage preview before we wrap up on the show. Only two things that I want to note this week about the Rocket Mortgage. And it's crazy because we said that last week it was a short golf course and it was very gettable and attackable and a good course to play. If you need an update or a refresher on the Detroit Golf Club, Donald Ross design, relatively decent in length, par 72 for the week. This is a golf course that is very gettable. Par 72, the holes are short. We're going to be seeing a lot of driver into wedge, not a lot of mid irons, a lot of game in between 100 to 140 yards is going to be where a lot of guys sit. This is going to be a golf course to attack. The par 5s are gettable. The par 4s are gettable. Par 3s are all aceable. This is an event that we want to watch. KB, this is your third straight year covering the Rocket Mortgage Classic right here on this show. What do you have to say about the folks that get to watch this awesome golf event?
I do have to say Rocket Mortgage should sponsor the podcast at this point.
Because if anyone can, Rocket can.
We're very open to that. We also, one of these years, need to send DJ to this thing to do Man on the Street.
We should have. We screwed up.
We done goofed. But that's what 2026 is for.
We done goofed as a society.
It happens. What can you say?
But it's okay. You know what? We're going to make amends. Let's get right into the beer money picks. Yes, please.
I will say for these beer money picks, something I'm noticing, Steve. Ain't a lot of people doing well after they win an event. Just keep that in mind.
No, not a lot at all. However, you know what? We are coming off a really strong week. A huge week for me. 3 out of 5 picks. Spot the hell on. JT top 10. Keegan top 20. That Brian Harman top 30, bro. Plus 100. Yet another 7 out of his last 8 times at the Travelers, top 10. Harman hits at plus 100, top 30, plus 200, top 20, and plus 450, top 10. Let's go, Brian Harman. And also, Daniel Berger just missed the ladder parlay. Like, went 2 over in his last 3 holes to lose it. Novak and Griffin hit. Danny Berger letting us down. KB, do that ad read for the beer money plays.
Our beer money picks are brought to you by our good pals over at Kenwood Beer, the official beer partner of Underground Sports Philadelphia. It's a refreshing light beer, just 4.1% ABV, 120 calories, just 8 grams of carbs. You guys can go to kenwoodbeer.com, use the Kenny Finder, so you've got Kenwood Beer on tap in the Philadelphia, New Jersey, Maryland, Pittsburgh, and Delaware areas. You can also find Kenwood Beer at your local liquor stores in those markets. And if you're going to the Man Center this summer, all season long, you can get the Tall Boy Kenny's at the Man. Enjoy your favorite musical numbers with our friends at Kenwood Beer at the Man Center. Again, kenwoodbeer.com. Must be 21 or older to do so. And as always, guys, please drink responsibly. And if you're tailing our picks for whatever godforsaken reason, please gamble responsibly.
Hey, I'm on a heater right now.
Sure.
I've been keeping it going. But I'll turn to you first. Your top 20 pick here at the Rocket Mortgage.
My top 20. I do find it fascinating, Steve, looking, no free shout-outs, but looking at DraftKings. Top 20, including ties, is absurd odds. Like, your tournament winner favorite is at a minus 165, including ties, which is absurd. My top 20, though, I'm gonna go with I'm hashtag Ricky Boys plus 175. Give me Ricky Fowler.
I do like Ricky this week. Of course, again, a very gettable event, an event that a lot of guys can play well here and possibly dominate. But I'm gonna go down on the odds board a little bit. He has back-to-back top 10s at this event. He's finished 6th, 4th, and 10th here in the last 3 years. I'm going to go at plus 240, actually 250 for that matter. Taylor Moore for a top 20 selection. Your top 10 pick.
I'm going Akshay plus 350.
I do dig the Akshay pick for a top 10. I'm kind of sort of with you on that, but I feel like I need to shake things up a little bit and get a little bit more diverse in the selections. I'm trying to I got to figure out where I'm going to lean here. And you know what? I think I've discovered exactly where I'm going to lean on this pick. I am going to go, where is he right now? He's plus 250 for a top 10. He always bites me in the ass, but I'm gonna go back to the well. Cameron Young had a few good weeks. Although he bites me when I choose him to win. He doesn't bite me now. Top 5.
Top 5. I'm going to go a little bit down the board. I don't know. I've been feeling frisky. Steve, do you know who got her up? It's Chris. Give me Chris got her up.
What a great name. Also, New Jersey native.
Plus 800.
New Jersey guy. Top 5 for moi. Where do I go with this selection? Let's see. This is tough. This is really tough.
Also, correction, not a New Jersey native, just went to Rutgers.
Oh shit, sorry.
He's born in Easton, Maryland.
I was so confident that he was there. Top 5 has had an up and down season, but has managed to get some pretty good acclaim as of late for his status. I'm gonna go Steven Yeager. He's 10-1 for top 5.
Yeager.
It's a deep cut, but I like the play here for Steven Yeager, top 5. Your gimme pick.
I'm gonna go with, what am I on here? Let me go here. Actually, I'm gonna go with. I have 2. One is betting odds. One is not. My gimme pick is Wyndham Clark has a temper tantrum.
What is he going to break a locker, a stanchion, a wall? Is he going to maybe knock down one of the hospitality tents?
Might even smash his phone because he probably doesn't use Rocket Mortgage or Rocket Money to do his finances. But yeah, I'm gonna tab him for another temper tantrum. My gimme pick though is gonna be, I'm gonna do 2 guys that I had earlier in a top 30 parlay.
Okay.
So I picked Ricky Fowler for top 20. And I picked Akshay for top 10. I'm going to parlay their odds at top 30. They're both plus 120 to finish top 30. You parlay those together, you get plus 384.
I dig it. I dig it a lot. My gimme pick this week, brand new to the golf landscape. Finished here top 10 last year when he was on his quest out of college. Luke Clanton, top 20. He's plus 150. I love the player. Also, you can get Clanton even better at plus 115 for top 30. KB, the 4 Nations parlay, 2 out of 4 last week. Still has not hit the full. What are we thinking?
We're going to start with top Asian. It's going to be Hideki, plus 300.
Okay.
We are going to also
be sure to plan the odds here too.
What was that? I'm sorry.
Give us the odds at the end as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah. We're going to go top Swedish, and that's going to be Alex Noren at plus 125. We are going to go with top Oceania. We're going to go Minwoo Lee. And we're going to go with, we're going to go Adam Svensson plus 200 for top Canadian. So again, that's Hideki top Asian at plus 300. You can also do Hideki is top Japanese if you so choose at plus 110, however you're feeling. You can go, and then we're going. So Hideki top Asian plus 300. Alex Noren plus 125 is top Swedish. Top Oceania is Minwoo Lee at plus 140. Adam Svensson plus 200 is top Canadian for a grand total odds of plus 6,380. $1 to win $64.80. $10 to win $648.
Damn, sounds pretty damn good to me. You're speaking my language out up in here. I'm gonna go as we go to the ladder parlay here. I've got a real head scratcher for you people over at home. I'm gonna give you top 40 Michael Torbjornsson. He is plus 105. Top 30 Ricky Fowler is plus 120, and top 20 I'm going to go two-time champion at this event Cam Davis, who is plus 330, brings the value to 18-1. $10 when you do $183. I'm also going to give you a fourth pick as well. Not official, but you can add it to the total. Alex Noren for a top 30 selection, back-to-back top 10s at this event. If you add him in for top 30, so you go Torbjornsson 40, Fowler and Noren 30, and Davis 20, 45-1. You can alternatively also take out Ricky and put Noren at 30, Davis at 20, and Torbjornsson at 40, and that's 20-1. But I will go Torbjornsson, Ricky, and Cam Davis as the official ladder play for myself, top 40 to top 20.
What was Noren's odds for top 30? Plus 140?
140, yeah.
Can you put him into my gimme pick parlay along with Ricky and Akshay?
I can indeed. What are the odds on that then when you add in Ricky and Akshay?
That is, and for everyone listening, it's Ricky Fowler, Akshay Bhatia, and Alex Noren all to finish top 30, plus 120, plus 120, plus 140 respectively. It puts it at plus 1,061. I like that a lot.
Pretty good odds if you ask me. I'm a fan there. Finally, your winner at the Rocket Mortgage.
I'll tell you who it's not going to be. It's not going to be Colin Morikawa.
One more putter, right?
Yeah. Might even be like 12 more. I'm going to go with Ben Griffin at plus 2,200.
Someone's like you're just speaking to me, right?
Parlez-vous, Steve-on.
Remember when we picked Ricky together to win this event?
It's one of my greatest gambling moments of my life.
And you know how both you and I both chose Ricky Fowler to win the event?
Without knowing?
I'm taking Ben Griffin to win the Rocket Mortgage.
Are we going to be hashtag Griffin boys this week?
I am big on the hashtag Griff gang.
Steve, we have to be locked in for this, okay?
Griffin gang.
We have to be so locked in. Like, we have to be tweeting about Ben Griffin. We have to be thinking about Ben Griffin. We have to be smelling the greens that Ben Griffin is on after every round.
All day long.
We need to be tweeting
at the end of every round.
We need to be posting like photos of his head photoshopped on an actual Griffin.
When Ben Griffin wins this event, I'm going to be like, hey, we picked him to win. We need the interview with him ASAP.
We need him.
It's going to happen.
Like, hashtag Griffin gang.
Griff gang. Just sounds better. Folks, that's going to do it all for us here. Episode 210 of the Getting the Whole podcast. What a week. What a show. Big time news for Keegan Bradley. A lot of heartbreak for Tommy Fleetwood. Maybe the greatest shout out ever to one of the greatest female athletes ever, Babe Harris. An awesome blind ranking. And again, more great beer money picks right here on Getting the Whole. Be sure to like, follow, subscribe on all our platforms. On social media at Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, at Getting the Whole Pod, and on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. Look up Getting the Whole. Look up Underground PHI, Underground Sports Philadelphia. Everything that you want from our show to Top Bins to OTB to F1, where you want it, you all got it right here on Underground Sports Philadelphia. Leave a 5-star rating, comment. All the engagement certainly helps the program. If you love what we do, people around the world are also going to love it. We are not just the top 25 podcast in the world for a reason. We are, because we give back to the people. For KB, I'm Steve-O. We'll see you guys next week. Enjoy the golf. Rocket Mortgage Classic. big time. Let's go, Ben Griffin, Griff Gang. Let's see it. Thanks for listening to Get in the Hole, the official golf podcast of Underground Sports Philadelphia. Catch us every week wherever you get your favorite podcasts, and be sure to like and subscribe on Apple, Spotify, and YouTube. You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Get in the Hole Pod, and follow Underground Sports Philadelphia at Underground PHI. We'll see you next time. And remember, get in the hole!